Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Bitcoin has a big threat. We're going to talk about it today. What is going on with Bitcoin? What do we have to worry about? We'll break it down for you. We don't have to worry about anything because worrying is the past or the present. We have to stay past or the future. We have to stay in the present moment where all we can do is control what we're doing. Decide, I never wore this gambit, you know, little pocket square with the Bitcoin tie, let it go. And never wore this shirt with the grace, the suit, you know, whatever. Just, hey, I like fashion. I like changing it up. If you sit at home and you work from home every day, believe me, wearing a t-shirt and jeans ain't going to cut it. You're going to have to do something to keep yourself creative, keep yourself feeling fun and different. And that's what I do. We put the lemon into the water, as you can see. Put the lemon into the water. Not here, not there, right here. Ready to go. This is the Crypto Lifer mug, baby. Ready to go. Let's take a big sip of this lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. I worked out today. I feel absolutely amazing. Did you sit on your butt and do nothing, or did you work out? Let me know in the comment section below. And that sweetness to the lemon, just a little sugar, a little sweetness, baby. It's just all you need to keep it moving. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Danny, where's the music, Danny? I don't know if that's going to cut it. Let's see what we got here. Soft house. A little too soft. I like the deep house. I'll take that. Same song. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and break it down for you today. If you're in my trading group, you already got an update at about 7:30 this morning when I woke up. What did I say? Well, I went over the fact that the 1 hour was pointing to the downside, yet the 4 hour looked pretty bullish. The 4 hour looked like we were going to flip and get some love. And lo and behold, the 4 hour did flip a little bit. However, let's break down the 1 hour. Looks like a double top. All right. So I suggested, hey, if we could stay in this flag, see, my flag system keeps me more accurate than, like, I'd say 90% of YouTube. And I'll tell you why. 90% of YouTube is using an indicator, right, that they created or used, which is cool. I have no problem with that, right? You know, you got Market Cyber, you get all these different indicators. You got Lux Algo, right? Heck, we'll even have an indicator out not too long from now. So there's indicators out there. But me, I use my subconscious mind in all the patterns that I've seen in my life. And I kind of go back into the brain. And I have pattern recognition and like an extreme encyclopedia of data in here. And I'm able to see how many flags I've seen in my life. I'm almost doing the relative strength index in my brain. My brain is calculating all the little tiny flags and all the times I've been messed up. Meaning, what I mean by that is the 22 hours very overbought. It's saying we're going to come to the downside. We're going to break that down. We're going to break the bigger time frames down in a second. So my mind knows, hey, I got to be careful. I must watch out. But then I say, hey, how many times did I short the 22, the 4 hour, and the daily when the 1 hour was in a flag and low on the stochastics? And what happened? I got squeezed out of the short. So it happened to me too many times. So I started realizing if I don't watch the flag on the 1 hour time frame, I'm slipping. So I teach my students how not to slip, how to stay in tune. However, this is not something anyone else teaches on YouTube. Like, it's very unique to me and me only. You know, and other people I'm sure project, and I'm sure there's flags, but they don't do it obsessively. And this is kind of how I can figure out where price action is going to go. We got a double top here for a fact. You're at resistance. I mean, there's heavy resistance here. You got to get back above this wick in my green big boy zone. We got to get to 17 to 18,300. This is our next crucial area to achieve, 18,387. That was the last time Jerome Powell spoke. We were going up like this, and boom. Today, Jerome Powell had something to say. Kind of was flat. He didn't mention kind of anything threatening to the crypto market. So people were on pins and needles for a second, but then we got a little bit of a spike up. Really nothing to write home about. This is cat ears, all right? If you look at cat ears, they can dump to the downside. This is just something I'm looking at. We're getting overbought on the 1 hour time frame. We could go up a little more and get some punchiness. All right. Again, I would have to make a flag on yet another smaller time frame. Again, I flag out this 7 minute. And again, it may not be easy and it's not for everybody, but this will now tell me whether the 7 minute will continue in a pattern when we retrace, or do we bounce back down and make the cat ears. This looks like double top to me. Really good place to open up a short at resistance. Shorting resistance is the key. The only thing that wouldn't have me short is the fact that we're well above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. We have a golden cross approaching right here, the 50 about to cross the 200 SMA. That is a good sign. Also, when we came back up and we retested this area, kind of tells you that that's now claimed 17,180, 17,200 as support. Strong support for Bitcoin in the zone. So high volume node giving us a little bit of consolidation as well. So what do? We watch this 7-minute flag, see what's happening. Let's see what BOOKMAP is saying too. We'll load up le BOOKMAP. Le BOOKMAP. Interesting. It loaded perfectly. Just said my login failed. It could be that my login is expired. I have to re-up. You don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure for sure right now. I can still show you a few of the BOOKMAP things that I'm looking at though. Come on. Come on. BOOKMAP. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me here. It gets stuck every once in a while. I have to tax manager for whatever reason. I got 2 issues on my computer recently, Jamie, if you're here. Or if Sean can tell Jamie. When I open OBS Studio, it thinks it's new every single time. It's weird. I hope I don't have the crack version, so I want to double check that and take a look. 3333, 17,003. So we'll let that load in a second for BOOKMAP. How's everybody feeling today? How you doing? Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you don't have BOOKMAP, search the links below. Lifer has the best discounts on YouTube. Beat so fire, it burned my speakers. Really? I think these beats are whack. I like deep. I like progressive house, personally. I like 120 BPM, like this. I keep hitting find similar. It doesn't do it. Then I go like find a BPM of the same details. Kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to go spend like a whole day and find like a whole new track system for myself. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. Is Richard Hart your hero or your fairy tale? I want to know what you guys think. Richard is fixing everything wrong with crypto. Decentral City. More like a nightmare, my man. More like hero to zero. I'm open-minded. Is this an exercise in vanity? Fine, Matt Gates. Well, if the 11K bottom hits, then he can be both, right? Arrogant fairy tale. He spits on poor people. Ooh. FEG. Hero. Greater than I love you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. Richard Hart trending all the time on Twitter. It's like he owns the thing. Funny, 600 Venmo. That's the funniest thing ever, right? The IRS recruiting program is taking down a landscape business owner who failed to properly report how he paid for his vehicles. Not taking down a billionaire who uses the corporate jet for private trips. Dems argue we need more agents. Yeah, all right. IRS went after the very poorest taxpayers. Despite $800 billion in the new funding, the agency is living up to its reputation of hassling low-income taxpayers over rich people. The Syracuse University Transaction Records Clearinghouse released data provided by the Internal Revenue Service on audits performed by the agency in the fiscal year. Despite the infusion of new funding earmarks for the IRS's last year Inflation Reduction Act, wow, still going after little people, man. We need more resources to secure the border. Yet again, extreme Republicans have said no. 87 AK agents after all those millionaires with 600 Venmo transactions. F that, you're shagging down the middle class. Yep. Just going over what we're talking about. And sad, they're still missing for this woman here in Cohasset. Really, really sad. At the trash station. You know, unclear what they found, but it's presumed Anna is no longer here. Man, she has 3 little boys, man. Why would her husband do this? And then what happens to the kids? This, like, really throws me off, man. And that's the thing, man. You think you get away with it? No. They're going to find out where you put your trash. They're going to get you at the landfill. Just, man, people that do things like this are just completely, they're ridiculous. The guy also told the police that he went to go see his mother, right? And he got lost on the way. Yeah, so you got lost on the way to see your mother, which you've done 100 times, right? And that's why it took him so long. Then he said he went to 2 locations. They went to the locations. There was no surveillance of him there. The dude's in hot water. It doesn't look too good. This guy right here. Why would you mess and play dirt? Like, there's always another way around it. I mean, thinking that that really is going to be the solution and you're going to get away with it. And again, innocent until proven guilty. So we don't know. We don't know. Maybe it all seems circumstantial and, you know, we don't know. We don't know what really happened, but it looks pretty weird to me, for sure, you know. Shiba Inu continuing to do its thing here. And follow me on Twitter, @CryptoLifer33. We really want to get to 10,000 followers by tonight. Help us be right. I asked everyone on Twitter if we would reach it. Y'all said definitely by tonight. So look, will we get to 10,000 followers by Tuesday night? Help me do it. It's very, very close. Open up a Twitter account today. Hit that follow button if you haven't. If you're a lifer, one of the 800 people in the trading group, and you're not in here like swimwear, come on now. So let's get back into Bitcoin. So what do I see happening for Bitcoin? Well, let's watch this flag on the 7. If the 7-minute could stay in a bit of a flag here, then we have a continuation pattern. That's how we can, small time frames will confirm the move, all right? That's clearly a double top right there. 1 hour is getting overbought, so the 7-minute is gonna give us whether we want a short or long. And it's gonna tell us in the next hour to 10 minutes kind of what's happening. So again, here we are with Bitcoin. Already gave you an update, did an update last night. I didn't know exactly where Bitcoin stands from my last time we went live. I have another chart that I want to show you that's quite interessante, all right? And nope, that's not it. Oh yeah, I did the USDT on Coinbase. So look at this. This idea is you're in another symmetrical. We get rejected here, easy short, right down to this area. We stay in the flag, we bounce. This thing can get back up to the next resistance area at 18,400, maybe even a little stop at 17,008. We know how the 8s are so fun to play with, right? Do we come back down and bounce off the point of control is the question. Do we get rejected by this area and head lower? Does this top trend line become substantial is the question, and that's what we're going to find out probably by 1 to 2 o'clock today, all right? So stay tuned. I'll keep you informed. If you're my trading group for $3 a day, get the most information possible. What do you get if you join a trading group? People say you could do it all on your own. I agree you could, but it'll probably take you 10 years, 5 years. A trading group will cut the time in half that it takes you to get up to speed. It's just facts. You know, so take a look here. If you join the trading group, you have everything that I did. Look what I did yesterday. One working day. I just want to show you one working day for me so you can kind of get a handle of what happened on my working day. All right. So I woke up in the morning at 8:45 in the morning and went over some of the gains that were made. GALA kept printing. We talked about MakerDAO on the live. I talked about when the Bitcoin, the Litecoin halving is coming, just to bring it up. I put out HIBAYC, which is up right now. Let's talk about it. You know, I said that it looked pretty good. It's a fraction. We talked about what it is. First of all, we gave you the ticker. We told you what it is. Told you the exchange it's on. Gave you the time frame that I'm looking at. Told you the pattern, where it is in the pattern. Gave you all the stochastics and what they're doing. Gave you the relative strength index, the Fibonacci, the moving averages, the volume, the MACD, and some other information in case you need it. Gave you the potential profit. Told you it's for information and educational purposes only, and let you take a look at what's happening. Let's take a look at this chart, all right, and see what happened. It's a high BAYC. So I see Bitcoin going sideways or eventually to the downside if it can't get back above 17,400. That's a double top right now, and it's at resistance clear as day. Not much more I can say about that. High BAYC, USDT. All right. Did I forget the C? I think I did. And this thing, lo and behold, did pump to the upside right out of the flag. Look at that. Massive, no, not a massive move, but a nice move of 18%. And look, we talked about it here. There's your before. There's your after. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. This is the first thing that I put out yesterday morning. 24 hours later, it's up 17.7% gains. No stop loss got hit. A beautiful, beautiful trade. So right off the bat, that trade played out. So if you're my trading group, you would have been privy to that information. I talked about how Naka was going to move to the upside the day before. And lo and behold, I gave you before. And I showed you how Naka blasted right out of that flag. No stop loss got hit in the making of that trade, right? So just also showed you the skills. Gave you a Bitcoin update at 9:21 in the morning, kind of showing you what I see happening and what's going on, right? Got ready for the live, did the live stream. Looked at ADA. Cardano really didn't do much. We'll look at this. This is lackluster. Let's take a look at ADA, USDT. Just taking you through what goes on here in the trading group. So we talked about this flag possibly breaking to the upside. It wouldn't, you know, it would dip a little bit, but it actually would eventually continue in the flag and I feel break out of the flag. Cardano looks like, to me, has legs. That 4 hours getting ready, that's a flag. When the 21 comes and kisses this thing, I wouldn't be surprised. So this idea is not negated, just slightly tweaked and still on my radar, right? Wow, what a stream. We finished the stream. We talked about GALA 3L continuing. I put out another coin that I'll go quickly for. I talked about bearish divergence on Bitcoin, likely that we wouldn't go higher than that, all right? We talked about the flag to watch. That actually made the flag. Interesting. Bitcoin got the slight pump, all right? We showed you bearish divergence on GALA. Talked about Gerald Salente talking about the Fed. Key information. Showed you BOOKMAP. Then I have said never feel as if you must be in a trade. That's a rookie bending to emotions. You trade when you want and the probability fits. Never, and I repeat, never feel the need to trade because you saw someone else's gains. The last rally, some of you may have missed it. Have no fear. Do not live in fear. Fake emotions acting real. You're in the right place at the right time. Believe in this idea and know all is coming into place. Do not use any experience to draw a negative conclusion. There is no failure, only feedback, right? Then an awesome 16-point checklist. GALA getting started on the weekly, looking like there's more gains. We give you big ideas here, right? Showed you how GALA is starting to break out of a little flag. JASMY may retest. We'll take a look at that in a second. Did JASMY retest? I want to look at that. JASMY. And it's, you know, it's honestly, I feel like I could fit this tighter. To me, it is retesting. The 4 hour looks like a move. That's a possible retest, still ready to rock. So I would watch that closely. You could see some major gains coming out of JASMY. That hasn't changed. So look, that idea was posted. You got to stay privy. Then I talked about all the coins that I'm looking at for the week to keep you ready to go. Talked about Litecoin. Talked about Telcoin at the bigger. These are all BTC pairs that have potential, all right? Near BTC. Showed you RBTC in it inverted, right? Kept moving. POCs. It's not over yet. Also showed another coin that I was looking at. Showed how Happy is consolidating. Showed how this Heart is consolidating. Gave you another Bitcoin update. This all happened in one day. On top of that, you got the elite charters posting all their charts throughout the day as well. You won't find a better, this guy working at 4 in the morning because he's in South Africa. This at 6 at night, right? This is happening. So much information. On top of that, every Monday we post token metrics information with key insights to what's happening in token metrics and what's going on. On top of that, we get exchange news, the newest coins that are coming out on the exchange and all this awesome information that's happening. Exchange announcements, what's happening, what new coins are hitting, like Patiency, PTOV has been listed on Bitmart. DII has been listed on Binance. Gate.io got Rocket Pool. I'm talking about Rocket Pool, man. It's on my radar. Definitely want to look at Rocket Pool starting to make a bit of a move. Whale alerts, how much money is moving in the market, and Whale.rect, how many people are getting liquidated long or short, and when. This information will change your life. I'm just telling you. So that's one day, right? Read the testimonial, see what people are saying in the trading group. Hey, Sam, I'm a pretty quiet member of your community, but I listen to your live every single day. I've learned so much from you, and I made an amazing GALA trade by using TA tools I learned from you. Just wanted to pass some along. Happy New Year. $100 super chat from Crypto Khaleesi. So this is the group to be in. We're doing it. On top of that, I teach class every single Tuesday. This Tuesday, I will be teaching class. I don't know why you wouldn't want to jump in and get the education. It's such an awesome time to hang out with me. We have a blast. I'm positive. I love learning, and I love to help you learn. So jump on into the class today. $60 if you're in the trading group. $100 if you're not. Slots are filling up pretty fast. It starts at 3 o'clock today. You can still get an email, cryptolifers@gmail.com. The link below is 24 hours. So after 24 hours, it doesn't work. You can join next week, though, if you'd like, and the last Saturday of every month. Keep it moving. So kind of showing you what's on the radar. And I'm pretty nice. I always show a couple free trades almost every single day too as well, or things that I'm looking at. So just want to keep you privy to the information that I see because I could die tomorrow. And there's no guarantees that I could help you today. NDAO having the biggest gain, and Woo Network booming on them. FCON, which I talked about. Let's break down FCON. Super Falcon inside of this cup. Sammy, cup and handy, did break out about 18%. Nothing amazing. Haka, Numeraire, and High BAYC. So I'm not on the, I didn't get the top winner for one of the first days in a long time. I didn't get the top gainer on KuCoin, but I got High BAYC, and I still woke up to some gains, and so we'll take a look. Let's take a look at one other coin that's just really bogging me down right now is One Earth. Back to my initial buy-in, One Earth. I never deleted. Where are you, One Earth? I know I didn't delete the TA. Maybe that's One Earth on another chart. Let's just make sure I'm picking the right one. I only think it's on KuCoin. There it is. Maybe I picked the Gate.io. All right, it's at 566 here. It is above, You know, the 4 hours oversold. You're touching the 200. You're getting tight in the moving averages. I mean, this thing is telling me a big move is going to occur. 22-hour is resetting. The daily looks great. The daily looks good. The 22-hour, the 4-hour. Even the 1 hour is resetting nicely. I mean, I'm in this trade personally. I want to make it really clear. And I'm holding to the next boom or the bust. Haven't been able to take profit or get stopped out yet. It's been sideways for 2 days. But we'll go from there. We still got Wednesday and Thursday. Great days to trade. So let's see how this trade plays out on those days. I really like what I'm seeing for One Earth. It has all the special sauce that I go for on my trading checklist. And my system has identified it as a high probability win rate. But again, anything is possible. And nothing is guaranteed. So that is what we're looking at for the day. Kind of broke it down. Bam. There would be no reason not to join this trading group. It would be a waste of money. Like, it would be a waste of money to not join the trading group. Like, you'd be throwing your money away. Anything, because I think anything you spend $3 a day on that's not my trading group is a waste of money. Because here we have people to make you feel good. So you'll feel good and you'll be positive. Here we have people that make you feel loved. You don't get that for $3 a day a lot of other places, right? I'm also here every single day inspiring you, pushing you, and not letting you fall short of your goals. I'm going to make sure you hit your goals. I'm going to push you to the limit, all right? I push myself to the limit, so I'm going to push you to the limit. That's just how it is, all right? And then on top of that, you're going to get the updates. You're going to get the education. Oh, I forgot to show you the learning library. And, oh, I completely forgot what else you get. You get free guides that you can jump into anytime you want, all right? You get the gains on gains section where you can see the gains that we've been making. Look at, nailed it for 15%. Then, the biggest thing that I love the most, my biggest accomplishment, is the Learning TA in question area, where you can type in everything you want, ask any question you want, and have people help you, show you, and teach you the way. Look at this guy showing an inverted head and shoulder that could possibly play out. Everyone just getting started, and there's so many people helping each other in the learning library. Post one of your first charts today. Be one of the first people to post a chart for yourself, post one of your first charts you ever posted. You know what I mean? A lot of people, this is the first time they ever posted a chart, and everything started to change. So, Then the learning library is where I've given you all my information that people usually charge thousands of dollars for a class for, and it's ready to go for you, right to go. And we're going to organize it in a library archive and get it ready for you too as well. Just want to keep you situated, keep you posted. All right, so that's everything you get in the Discord. Just people ask all the time, what do I get in the Discord? Why would I chart? So boom, boom, boom. Okay. Can you look at GALA? Yes. He was timed out just for asking twice. That's a little much. Don't CNC? I think that's a little harsh, man. He just asked twice. 3 times we kick him out, Maybe he didn't know it went through. Maybe he had entered twice. You never know, right? I think that's kind of a little harsh, but okay, Do you have a free trial for your trading group? Try it out. No, my free trial is me every day here, live. Like, I already gave you the free trial. I'm here every day. You want a free trial? Watch my live stream for a week straight. You're going to see everything that I do. You're going to see a lot of my predictions. You're going to see if I hit Bitcoin. I go live every single day. We thought about that. We sat down as a group and we were like, free trial. Free trial doesn't work. I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot of people purging Discords. So what will happen is you'll get hackers that pay the free trial just to get in, just to play games, and just to mess with our community. So we can't allow that. So there's no such thing as a free trial. No. The free trial is me right here every day. Like, you get me. No other YouTuber that offers this service goes live every single day. So you can put me to the test every single day for the entire 365. I don't take Christmas off. I don't take New Year's. I don't take Thanksgiving. I don't take my birthday off. I don't take my wife's birthday off. I am here for you. My life is you. I'm here for you every single day. All right? So you don't need a free trial. I am the free trial. Jump in today. Watch the live stream. Get yourself situated. If you don't believe that the information I give you free every single day here on the live isn't good enough, then you don't have to join the trading group. But if you come in here and you salivate and you realize there's so much more to be had and you really want to be with us and you want to run with us, which most people do, I suggest you jump on in. All right? Damn, people went up. I was looking at humans. I picked the wrong one. It's funny. Cat making a bit of a move there out of that channel. Apt getting crazy. So look, we talked about Apt in this inverted head and shoulder. Boom. Look at that, to the upside. HEGIC on my radar. Gets a huge push up. Look at that. HEGIC just blasted. Shout out to anyone that jumped into HEGIC for the trade. Boom. 8% gains. A total on the wick of 13. HEGIC Making waves, baby. HEGIC making waves. Boom, boom, shaboom. We went over HEGIC this morning in the trading group. So there's your free trial right there. Like, that's your free trial, no lie. Like, earlier this morning, right? I gave you so much info, but earlier this morning, I'm looking at different coins, and HEGIC, possible 1 hour scalp on my radar. There you go, 7% gains for HEGIC. You know, I did say salivate, because if you're salivating for gains and you want to be with the lifers, we eat the meat daily. We're wolves, not sheep. If you want to be with the sheep, go be with the sheep. We are not them. We are the wolves. We are the lions. Looks like it wants to move up again. Could you chart GMX for me? Send in a super chat, or I ain't chatting a dang thing. That's how it works. All right. I have so much to go over every day, and I fit in the super chats as we see fit. And I love the super chats. Don't get me wrong. They've been amazing. Boom. Let's take a look. AGIX BTC. If we look at this, this is about to blast. Tight in the channel, oversold on the 1 hour. This could have some numbers. 4 hour maybe spent. Yeah, no, 4 hours ready to go too. I like that. AGIX BTC. This is a BTC pair. We trade Bitcoin pairs as well in the trading group. We teach you that. You buy Bitcoin and then you trade a Bitcoin pair. Very, very simple. You buy Bitcoin, you trade a BTC pair. You buy Bitcoin and then you buy the coin for Bitcoin. Right? Which are called Satoshis. All right. In our trading group, we also have a BTC pair section, what I've recently added. And we're always recently adding things to the trading group to keep you up to speed. We also give you token metrics on top of that, which costs $99 a month. I mean, $80 a month, $90 a month. We provide so much access and value for the $270 a month. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. I'm telling you. Like, I know it because I built it, and I wanted to build the best product out there. I was in other trading groups. I watched all these YouTubers. I couldn't learn from them. They didn't seem as consistent as I wanted them to be. I had to watch hours of them. They talked a little slower than I'd want. I was like, come on, I'd have to watch them at 2 times speed, 3 times speed, 4 times speed sometimes. And I still was lost. Like, I didn't get it for whatever reason. So I had to join a trading group where I could be around people every single day. Hey, Sam, it was a great meeting you on Saturday's trading class. Just want to send some love your way. God bless you, Tyler and Sarah. Real Meta Crypto, man. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. So nice of you to do that. And honestly, yeah, you were so nice during the weekly, during the class, man. Saturday classes are always a blessing for me. I really like that Saturday morning. There's something about it. Only because I love your stream so much. Shout out to Corey Golden for the $4.99. People throwing it down because they love the stream. The love is real here. I live in love. Love is the strongest frequency. Don't get me wrong. I'll choke you out in 2 seconds if you hurt my wife or my kids. But I live in love. And I provide love and push love every single day. Anyone around me, I want you to feel loved. I want you to feel good. I want to know that you can get where you want to be in life, right? So, Sam, do you think that GALA still has more room to go? Or would you recommend to start taking profits? Let's take a look at GALA in a second, but you got to send a super chat, man. And honestly, you do whatever makes you happy. Lifer speaks the truth. You should take your wife. B-Day, man. Nah. She told me never. She told me she wants me streaming. Yep. My wife is part of the cause. Don't you get it? Let me break this down. This is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. All right? Most couples have a dynamic. There's the woman, right? There's the man, all right? The woman needs all these things. I know men that have started businesses, but because they don't spend enough time with their wife, she complains. But then she wants to spend the money that the business makes. And the guy's in between because he's like, either I make money for my family and my business, or I spend more time with my wife and I make less money. But then she complains when she doesn't have what she wants. But then she complains when she doesn't have enough time with me. This is the dynamic of the working man, all right? And everyone goes through it. So in turn, me and my wife started a business together. So we're holding hands in this. See? Those are hands. They're not the best, right? But me and my wife are holding hands. Her birthday is blessed. We go out to dinner. She gets a nice pair of earrings. Don't get me wrong. She had a great birthday. She has a nice time, right? But then it's 8 o'clock at night and we have to put the kids to bed. She puts our kid to bed. So our one kid goes to bed. She goes off to bed with the kid. It's 8 o'clock at night. I'm sitting there alone. I go on live stream on her birthday. All right? So take a deep breath. All right? Anyway, she also is part of the business. To her, she loves the business. We are one. We are the business. Every day is a day to make money in the business. Every day is a day to push forward. Every day is a day to progress. There's no day to sit back and relax and do nothing. I don't care if it's a birthday, Christmas. We're in this together to make it happen. All right? We don't live by the constraints of the rest of society. Society stops when it's Christmas, has a beer every day. Oh, let's drink to this, let's drink to that. Alcohol is deteriorating your soul, body, and mind. Worst thing you could do for all of your organs. It is a complete poison to every single organ. It hurts every single organ in your body almost horribly. Kidneys, liver, you name it. Alcohol tears you apart, yet it's prevalent everywhere. There's a liquor store in every single town. Every single wedding has booze. Every single event has booze. Have a beer on me. It's like there's a reason. When something's being pushed so much on you, there's a reason. Go after the things that aren't being pushed on you. You know what I mean? Like deep adventures in the jungle, in the Amazon jungle and stuff. You know what I mean? Things that most people aren't going to be doing. All right? Those are the things that are going to help you progress in life, in my humble opinion. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. Send the super chats in there if you're out there. I also say, like, leverage trading, man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When you have everything you want, you don't need a day to buy something else. Crypto wifer coming in there. Are you telling me I give you everything you want, baby? Even when I yell at you about the laundry? This morning, she said the laundry's been sitting there for days, you know? And I woke up this morning. I have like 20 undershirts, wife beaters we call them, but you know, you can't say that anymore, but 20 white shopping bag under t-shirts, you know? And there was only one left. You know what I mean? She's mad. There was only one left, and I was like, come on, man, you know? And so we had our little tiff this morning over me not having enough shopping bag t-shirts. I had to get her riled up a little bit, you know? I'm up at 4 a.m. doing the morning parenting, and she takes over the evenings in bed. Balance. There you go. Is another basket of laundry. You're funny. Shout out to Laura. Shopping bag tees. Yeah. Tank top undershirts just doesn't have the same ring. I know, right? It just doesn't. I'm in the doghouse now for sure for the rest of the day. But you know what? It's good to be in the doghouse because then there's a day when you get out of the doghouse and it's better off. So I don't mind, you know, throwing myself under the bus every once in a while. It works out in my favor in the long run. I'm just messing around. No beer for me. Nope. 2022. I just do my own laundry and my girlfriend gets mad because she planned to do it. Aha. You're funny. You're making me want to get married. LOL. And forget about answering emails. I'll do laundry instead. Oh, now she's going to come hard. Now she's going to come hard. You can answer emails with the voice thing, right? And so you could be folding while you're talking. I mean, there's so many ways to do this stuff. Like, enough is enough. Like, dude, if I ever said anything to my wife about the laundry, she would choke me the F out. No booze, no cigarettes, just water. Oh, you're funny, man. Shout out to Blue Punk Rocker, man. Seems like asking for clean laundry is the minimum. I know, right? Sam, love you, my friend. We meet soon. Shout out to Armin Habetz, man. God bless you, brother. Do you drink tap water, or what kind of water do you drink? I mean, I have a Berkey. I use one of these Berkeys. However, I've been researching that it may not be the best, but I got a Berkey water filter. It's these giant, like, silver things that you have in the kitchen. You know? I got one of these things. And I drink out of only these, you know. Water tastes a lot better. Add a little bit of mineral to it. Add a little bit of salt. You know, I've been researching to do that. I don't do it enough, but I want to start doing that. Word to the Berkey. Osmosis, baby. I want triple osmosis. And that's another reason. The house that I'm looking to buy, the guy already did the triple osmosis. He already has a Genelec 25,000 generator in the house. I mean, those are things that I'm going to need. If we enter a storm or something happens in Florida, I'm going to need those things. You know what I'm saying? I think it's how you ask is the matter of fact. Yeah. This is how I asked about it, if you want to know. I mean, I know people may not be that interested in my laundry, but this is how I asked. I have 17 undershirts. All right? That means after 5 days, I have like 13. Sometimes I use 2 in a day here and there, so maybe I have 8. Today I had 1, you know? So my math, like, I'm a math guy, and I did the math, and I was just like, well, like, how could this happen? It doesn't make any sense. So when things don't make sense to an Aries, we get confused. So we're like, we have a washing machine in the house. I have clothes that got dirty. How come they didn't make it back? How come 17 of these? How come there's only 1 or 2? Like, what is going on? So that's like, and that I asked in a center of math. That's what I asked her. I said, I don't get this math. This math isn't making sense to me. That's how I said it. I didn't yell. I just said that's not making sense to me, you know? And both of those times, there was 1 left that you didn't see. She's going hard. No, man, my wife does everything for me. Who cares about a shirt? This is for entertainment purposes only, all right? I'm blessed, man. I should do my own laundry. I told her if she needed help, just let me know and I'll fold it for her. I just didn't know that she was backed up. So that's another thing. I didn't say do it. I said, if you need help, let me know. I'll fold the laundry. Just let me know. Like if I couldn't finish my charts, I could say, hey, babe, could you do some charts for me? I can't finish, you know? Like she could just jump on in and do my job, right? You need help. It's all waiting for you to fold after the stream. I know. I can't wait. I haven't folded laundry in a while. So we'll videotape us folding the laundry. We'll put that out as a nice little short. All right? All right. Remember, we teach class today from 3 to 5. Jump on in. You could still jump in today. It's a busy day for her because a lot of people want to get in the class last minute. They email her. She has to get it moving. It keeps her busy up until 2 o'clock, 2:30. So I get it. I totally understand. Okay. Can you fold the way she wants it folded? No, definitely not. Not even close. But I do my best. Why fold laundry? It gets folded when you wear it. Yes. Oh my gosh. My mom just about spit her coffee out. Canadian here thinking of moving finally to Florida. Where are you moving to? Sarasota, baby. Sarasota. Smash the like button. It's a buy order. Push the shirts under the mattress. Works every time. Dude, that sounds like a great move. Babe, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say? Yeah. Do you want to come and say something?
Remember your father said you could have all of these?
My dad left these here and my wife was like, your father said you could have all these and they're all fresh, ready to go. Like it's 5 brand new shirts you paint in the butt. Oh my God. I put on NOIA, this thing would bang to the upside. Look at that thing. Boom. Boom. 13% gains on the bot action. Dude, that's 2 for 2 this morning. Why are you not in the trading group playing games? You're playing games. You don't like money. You like living in fear and being afraid. No, I don't. But I'm just saying, like, come on, man. Change your life by doing something different today. The different thing you could do is join the trading group. Tomorrow, you'll wake up and you'll be like, I'm in a trading group today. It's not the same as yesterday. Things will change. Things won't change. If things won't change if you don't change, baby. You got to be the change. You got to make it happen. You got to want it so bad that it happens. Shout out to the 557 people on the beautiful live stream. 250 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it, baby. Let's go. I'm dehydrated. I need more water. The gains are hurting me too much. There's just too many gains falling on me every day. Look at the size of that gain, man. Look at the size of that gain. Boom. That thing is just mooning. That thing might be a mooner. What about Moonwell? Remember Moonwell? What a funny name of a coin. It moons well, baby. It moons well. I saw it in this cup and handy. If it can hold this level, I mean, this thing could blast. Moonwell. on my radar for a possible moon well, right? Let's take a look at ETH BTC. As Bitcoin's flat right now, really, it's time to play the altcoins. When Bitcoin goes flat, it's time to trade alts, baby. It's time to get it in. Wow, look at that nice 7-minute flag. That looks like ETH BTC may get a little bit of a rumble there. That's a nice little scalp for me, I'll tell you right now. Stochastics looking good above a point of control, baby. Show me the money, ETH BTC, all the way up 1.8%. That's amazing. I can't believe it can get all the way up there to the upside. Unbelievable. So look, I mean, we're watching ETH BTC inside of this beautiful inverted head and shoulder. And, you know, once it starts getting tight, you guys want to do my name's Sam Bankman-Fried. You know, I mean, basically, I had all the money in Alameda, and then I transferred it over. And, you know, I mean, Calride, and, you know, there were some ideas of moving funds, but, I mean, when the funds really moved, I'm not really, sometimes we talked about funds, but, I mean, most of them stayed where they were supposed to stay. And, you know, so, I mean, I just don't, I mean, my parents have money, and I know Joe Biden, and I know Bill Clinton, so, I mean, I'm not going to jail. I'm just not going to go to jail. I'm going to steal billions of dollars, and, you know, I just, like, so, I mean, yes, I mean, we moved the funds, but I mean, like, I mean, what is a fund really? I mean, it's the word fun with a D next to it. I mean, we were having fun. I used to get D's in high school, but I mean, it's not about that, you know? ETH BTC looking pretty nice. Inverted head and shoulder. Says it can make a move against Bitcoin. I want to look at the 3-day, 5-day, 10-day chart. 10-day chart says, yes, just getting started for a move to the upside. You have a higher low in the 10-day. Still got the inverted. It looks like it could go sideways for a little longer. Minutia. But ETH BTC is on the radar. OP. You know OPP? Yeah, you know me. You know OPP? Yeah, you know me. Sorry, I'm getting crazy today. But look, I had OP up, and this thing would blast out of this little flag to the upside. Optimism. You got to stay optimistic, right? Layer 2 for Ethereum, known to make a move in a bit of a flag here, a flagioto. Can this flag move to the upside? I'm in rare form today on a Tuesday. You can feel it. And that's the thing, when you're a human being, sometimes you're not the same as you were the day before. You're a little different. Thank you for the $14.98 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. May God bless each and every one of you. You're awesome. Thank you. Because you showed up every day and we made such an awesome family and community, I got a place to go. You guys gave me a job. Thank you, dear Lord, for the blessings. I didn't fit anywhere else. I didn't like working for other people. I needed to find my own way in order to be sane and go after my destiny. Thank you for everybody that has helped me achieve these goals that I go after every single day. It's not easy. We get beat down. So much has happened to me in the last 2-3 months. But you know what? You can't be a stick in the mud. If you're a stick in the mud, nothing's gonna. If you're a stick in the mud, you're gonna have a regular life. But if you want to do something different with your life, and you don't want to be a stick in the mud, things are gonna, people are gonna come after you. Not people, but I shouldn't say it like that. But energy forces are gonna try to shut down your goals. There's going to be resistance. If you're pushing forward with momentum, you're going to reach resistance at one point. How you deal with resistance is the key to your success in every facet of life. 1 hour looks absolutely beautiful on optimism for a nice move to the upside. Also kind of watching for Bitcoin. Let the 1 hour play out, but I like what I'm seeing here for OP, USDT. It is a little far on the moving averages, but I could see one more push up. This thing has a little more, people are loving it. A lot of people want to hold it long term. They're considering it. They're thinking about it. They're like, should I not? It's on my radar. Appreciate you all for being here as we nailing it. Unreal. See so many coins that I used to really believe in. Now they're just like, man. And look, biggest gainer, SDAO. This thing is flying. Unreal. Things just start mooning. You got to go to the smaller time frames to check on these. I mean, look at that weird flag that's forming now. I thought it was kind of a stable coin or something like that, right? I don't know what the heck. It was some type of I'm not a fan of it, so I guess I don't care. I should tell you what it is though, right? We could Google it. NDAO. I'll let you see what it is because I don't know what it is. On CoinMarketCap. The old CoinMarketCap. The old buddy, old pal. All right. And we're going to take a look at NDAO. Whatever God does for you, he's doing for you. Remember that. Up 90% today. NDAO.io. 15,000 NDAO holders who are earning by simply holding NDAO in their wallets. Download NDAO wallet and start earning staking rewards today. Wallet price, market price, 15 beans. Visit our 3-minute explainer video. I guess so. I mean, there's no other way, right?
Bitcoin started it all, and it's awesome. But let's face it, one of the main problems with Bitcoin and other unstabilized cryptocurrencies is that its value fluctuates wildly. Why? Because it lacks the use of monetary policy to stabilize its value. And new coins are generated at the same rate regardless of the market's demand. Stable coins were developed to address this unwanted volatility. If structured correctly, they are effective at applying monetary policy to peg their price very close to a related asset, and can be used as a medium of exchange. But most stable coins are unable to keep pace with inflation and don't capture the value with increasing demand. NDAO, known as a buoyant coin, has been specifically engineered for a long-term store of value. It was designed to overcome the issues not addressed by either unstabilized cryptocurrencies or stable coins. Much like a bobber on a fishing line, NDAO is designed to always rise to the surface, and the harder it gets pulled beneath the surface, the more force it has to propel its way back up. How does NDAO achieve its buoyancy? The answer lies in its unique monetary policy that encourages long-term holding and discourages active speculative trading.
That's what I want to do,
policy
though.
that dampens
I'm all about
volatility
speculative
and
traders.
allows for controlled rise in value if demand exceeds supply. Here's how. First, new NDAO is issued only when the market is ready to accept it. When demand for NDAO outstrips market supply, new NDAO are issued according to a predetermined price curve that
Doesn't seem like a Ponzi scheme.
encourages adoption in an orderly and transparent manner. This ensures that the amount of NDAO in circulation
Sounds like the Federal Reserve. No, I'm just-
doesn't get ahead of demand. Net proceeds from the sale of new NDAO are placed in a non-profit endowment and used to help implement its monetary policy.
Interesting.
Next, holders earn extra NDAO by placing it in their wallet. These incentives increase steadily based on the number of months held, with additional incentive for those who lock their NDAO. Finally, it has price stabilization mechanisms that are triggered during moments of negative market pressure.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, it definitely has something going on for it that's completely unique to other coins. But they said it's completely to market pressure. So let's look at this. So had I staked my NDAO, let's say on January for $26, I'd be down a whopping $10 on my $26. So how would it stable? How was it stable? How did it stay stable? To me, it didn't. Maybe I got so many rewards that my account is the same as it was when I got in. I mean, it isn't dropping as much as other coins. I get it. It did come out in September, and it's had all this time, basically a year and a half now. And compared to other coins, I mean, from 28 down to 15, it isn't bad. Other coins are down way worse than that, like 90 to 90%. So I'll give that. It has some stable behavior. Why it got such a spike today, maybe, I don't know, more demand, someone knew about it. I'm not sure, but we'll find out at another time. Looks like stable as Nance P has. Yeah. I wonder if they mean indicators when they say medium. Would you go over GMX for me? Shout out to Corey Golden. Let's take a look at GMX. Now, do you want to go over the coin or do you want to talk a deep dive? So we talked about GMX yesterday and, together as a group. And I talked about it bouncing off the 618 Fibonacci level. It did that bounce. Love getting into coins off of the 618. That's a nice 10% scalp for some gains. See that? Bling. Now it's getting overbought on the 12-hour. It's beat up on the daily. Still has a little more momentum. 4 hours also oversold. So for me personally, I'd be looking for it to get to that 200 SMA, possibly get rejected, make a bit of a flag. Once it gets above the 200 SMA, it's going to be fun to trade, and it's going to have probably a nice little move. So I would watch a flag here on the 4 hour time frame. I would set an alert down here, which I have them too. You can see I have the alerts waiting on it already. So I'm watching this. I want to see it kind of maybe bend, maybe kind of a left shoulder ahead, and some type of a right shoulder there for a move to the upside. GMX looking really good as it bounced off of the golden pocket and the 0.618 Fibonacci. It just needs a little more retracement on these bigger time frames, in my humble opinion. Let's take a look at HBAR. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you and yours. May you have a wonderful day, a wonderful life, and a wonderful night. All right, let's take a look at HBAR. Our baby HBAR cooking on us. All right. Everyone keeps asking about HBAR. What I said is, look, I mean, the 22-hour and the daily are overbought like the rest of the market. And you have a heavy resistance for HBAR right there. I mean, you can clearly see it. Couldn't get above at about 5 cents. You're at 4 4/10 of a cent. You're also at this little level here. I'm looking for, you know what I'm looking for. Someone, anyone, anybody, you can see it. Who can see what I'm looking for? Do you know what I'm looking for? The right shoulder. I'm looking for that right shoulder here on the 22-hour time frame. I wouldn't touch this. I'll put an alert on this blue line. When that alert hits, it'll let me know, and I'll put an alert down here too as well. That way I don't have to stare at price action. We should come get a reset. That right shoulder should get made, and then I may think about taking some action. We're watching to see if this bowls out, how deep the bowl is, and how low the bowl gets, but we'll go from there. All right? We'll go from there. Engine Coin. Who would have thought Engine Coin would take a beat down the way it did? All the way to 28 like that? Horrible. WAXP. My WAXP, baby. Believed in this coin long term. I believe it's going to do numbers in the long term. But again, even WAXP, look, all these metaverse coins that had awesome ecosystems, really good teams. They had to deal with Hot Wheels. I mean, this thing was hot. They're all forming these long bowls. And I'm showing you, I mean, this is kind of what a bear market is. You guys went through the downtrend of the bear market. Now we have to go through the chew. We have to get chewed up. You know, the sideways chew action. And we're going to get you there. And eventually we're going to find our way on out to the other side. And we don't know what 2023 holds. We don't know if there's black swans. You know, all I can tell you is, the dollar is dropping continuously. Inflation has kind of left, kind of fall back a little bit so far. And that brings us to the dollar index. Let's break down the dollar every single day on my channel. I talk about Bitcoin, the S&P 500, the dollar index. And, every couple of days we do Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance. We break down so much awesome key information for you to keep you situated, to keep you elevated, and to keep you educated about the space. I also show you how to make your own probability presumptions and be your own analyst based off using multiple assets, meaning like juxtaposing Tether dominance with Bitcoin dominance in Bitcoin. Those three things can give you a bit of an insight as to what's happening. So right now, 22 hours suggests that we continue to the downside. The daily is just getting started with a dump. I don't see why the daily would stop this dump. So I see the daily dumping all the way down to the bottom of the channel here, somewhere to this area. And then to this next support region, which I will elongate, which is about 99.47. So we're looking for a move to 99.47. We have a little bit of stable action here. Could we bounce if we hit 101.84? I would love to see this break 100. It would be a big deal if we could break 100. Let's take a look at XYO, which I already looked at in the trading group this morning. You would have been privy to. And I'll give you kind of my idea of XYO. I have two kind of ideas brewing for XYO, and it depends on what you feel and how you think. 4 hour looks really good. It's oversold. It's retraced back to the, near a golden pocket. This is something I would be looking at. The moving averages could get a little tighter, but, they're not too shabby. We are below the 21, a little beat up. 1 hour time frames pushing up and not really getting above resistance too, showing signs of a resistance here, which I believe is suggesting that we do end up somewhere here down at the bottom of the pattern. However, if we break up, this would be these are the two areas I'd be looking to get in. There or there. Nowhere else, because those would be retests. They would be the safest entries for me personally. What I don't like about XYO is the daily time frame being far away from the 21-day. And it looks like it could come down to this 706. I'd be looking for XYO to come down in here. personally. The patient player is the guy that usually wins the most. So I would look for XYO to get down into the sweet spot, touch the 21, and, you know, coincide, you know, and bounce off of the 706, even the 786. This area is intriguing to me. And that white, we really can't move until the 21 touches price action. So that's just why I'm, you know, a little cautious for XYO. But it looks to me like in the next coming few days, it's going to come down to this point of control. Also, point of control coincides with this area and a nice little support zone that we've bounced off of a few times right around here. So you got a lot of confluence for a bounce here. Okay. 4 hour, is it above the 200 SMA? It is too. And that's what you want. You want to keep that 4 hour above this yellow line. That's a bullish sign too as well. So would I aggressively enter right now on the 4? The daily tells me to chill. I've seen it pump anyway, but the daily tells me to be more patient and wait for my green zone. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm simply just a guy that draws the charts and educates people on technical analysis, support and resistance, Fibonacci, moving averages, RSI, stochastics RSI, MACD, VRVP, and more, and how it all comes together. That's what we do in the class every single Tuesday. Jump into class today. If you're not doing it, I don't know why. I really don't. Jump on in today and get that education. I could die tomorrow. The class won't be here next week. So there's no guarantees there's going to be a class next week. Not even today at 3. Hopefully I make it till 3 o'clock. But life is not guaranteed at any moment in time. Sorry to say, I just have to say that. It's a fact of life. A lot of people say, hey, that's morbid. I'm not being morbid. I'm just being honest. There's no guarantees that I will make it through the night tonight and I'll be here tomorrow morning. So I have to make that clear. That's why I push forward at the speed of light. I truly know that my life is not guaranteed tomorrow. Once you really come to that realization, listen, I used to bring this up a lot. I haven't brought it up in a long time. I fell through a glass door. I was bleeding out my main artery like you would not believe. The scar was huge. It's gotten way smaller. I mean, it wasn't my main artery. It was very close. It was a glass shard that went right in my arm. How it didn't go right here and cut right through my arteries and bleed me out. I'm sitting there on the streets of New York City. I did it in front of my apartment building. I threw my hand through the door like a fool. I was 24 years old, something like that. I'm gushing blood. You wouldn't believe it. Like, it's pouring out. I'm like, I come out to the street. A guy gets I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to die? I mean, it was the scariest moment of my life. I'm bleeding out my main wrist. Like, and I think it is the main artery. I can't tell. So much blood. And he comes out. He puts a shoelace on me. Another dude comes up, starts giving me stuff. They said the ambulance is on its way. Don't worry. And I'm like, how long? I start getting woozy. Dude, I push everyone away from me and I run away. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I put my hand as hard as I can on this and I start running. Now, when you're running, you use more, you know, your heart is pumping. You're pumping more blood. You can bleed out even more, right? I don't know. So I run all the way to the hospital. I kick the hospital door in. Blood is dripping on my feet, on my shoes, on my pants, on the ground. I had never seen that in my life. I've been to the ER many times in my life waiting. You know, you had to go to the emergency room because, you know, you have to. You don't have insurance. You got nothing else. You got to go to the emergency room. Happened to me many times. I had never seen someone come in like that. I come in screaming, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Like, you know, scariest moment of my life. And so I always remember when I have a bad, or I think a day is somewhat bad. I remember that day. And I rub this scar. And I tell myself, you know what? Today ain't that day, baby. Today ain't that day. So, you know, I could pass away, take the class. I'm just saying. So I'm here, though. I'm still here, baby. And, you know, I almost shed a tear every time I think about that day because I cannot tell you how scared I was when I saw that blood pouring on my arm. But you know what? Like, I realized what a man I was, not a man, but what a survivor I was. Like, I looked it down and I said, man, I'm gonna figure out a way to make it through. I am going to get myself to the hospital. I'm not gonna wait for someone else to save me. I'm gonna go save myself. Thank God for hospitals. Thank God there's people waiting for you to jump on in, right? What a blessing. Had I been in some rural area in the middle of nowhere, I mean, I might have bled out and I may not be here. I was losing a lot of blood. It was pretty crazy. So bacon on the beach, baby. Bacon on the beach. That's what I'm saying, you know. Now he wrote why, and then you hit him off again. Why? Oh, man. Why are you pissing that dude off, man? I don't get it. Anyway, market's pretty flat today. Let's go back into BTC. Not as much action as yesterday. Yesterday was fun and exciting, right? The GALA pump. We'll take a look at GALA. Bitcoin's still holding on its way to 17,004. Interesting. We came down and retested. You see that? We came down and retested. Still a bit of a double top, in my humble opinion. 7 minutes showing signs of life, though. This is really interesting. It's like we fell out, fell back in. You almost have to say, like, this is the pattern, right? The whole thing here. Something like this could, you know. As a measured move to 17,787. I don't like the double top. The 1 hour's overbought. More than likely, a short is at hand. Doesn't look like a big short, though. Like, this is kind of a rising wedge, see? Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Possible little short scalp here down to the bottom of the channel. Doesn't mean it will be amazing. Possible little short scalp here. So I'm seeing resistance for Bitcoin. We want to see if it can stay in this flag. But the 1 hour doesn't look amazing. We had about 8 hours for that to play out. 4 hours also kind of extended and a little high. And you're at a resistance. Smart idea would be to short resistance. The daily and the 22-hour do not look good. So let's look at the bigger time frames on a nice chart. I'll delete all the work here and we'll just take a look. I mean, I see this kind of symmetrical triangle still kind of in play. And I see this as heavy resistance. Right here, that line right there. I mean, resistance, we're right there. I wanted this to get all the way to the 200 SMA. And we should. I mean, see the tightness? It should get all the way up there, technically. It just should. I mean, I know it's weird, but it should. That's just what should happen. Okay? But we're at a heavy resistance. We break back above this. I mean, then we can start to kind of long this area to the upside. And we're staying above the 200 SMA on the 4 hour. It's a good sign. My thing is this, if a daily candle doesn't close above here, expect more downside. And where that area would be was 16,800 again. That very known area of point of control. We bounce off it one more time. We're on the other side of it. And then we could get our move. Bigger idea that I've been talking about is we're above this point of control. Whenever you get above a point of control, you must assume that you'll get to the next point of control, which is 19,100. You fell down really fast. You can gap up really fast. There's only really one quick resistance here. 17,008. Tried to undo, but it didn't do it. Like, yeah, right there, 17,008, and then that 18,400 area. So, also, I mean, this is a bullish divergence here on the daily. Which does show a bottom, and we made a higher low. So in the trend, low, high, higher low, you got to put in a higher high. Bitcoin has to keep the trend alive to remain bullish. Okay. 8 hour doesn't look amazing. Trying to do a flip. 12 hours, 6 hour. Is that got a it looks like a bullish curve, but we'll see. No, nah, slightly. Yeah, it is. Try to see that out of the corner of my eye. So we're looking for, you're looking for consolidation. So here, this is a good idea. So look, we'll consolidate the 6. I mean, you can stay in this flag, you're going to break out, and then we can get to that point of control. VRVP does, you know, I like trading the VRVP blindly, and it just basically says you get above the point of control, you're going to get to your next high volume node. There's not a lot of volume in here. We should move up pretty fast. All right. 17,333. Right when I look at it, it's a 333. Every time, man. So crazy. You tell me why it's on the 33s over here every single time, huh? So what do we see happening for Bitcoin? How would I trade Bitcoin today or the rest of the market? Like I said, a little mini scalp short, likely to the downside unless we can stay in this flag. So when in doubt, flag it out. I would watch this flag very, very closely on Bitcoin. See if we can get down to the bottom of this channel here at 16,835. All right. And we already made gains. Let's see how that NOIA, what is that doing still? Wish I had opened that trade. I did not. Centropy. Still mooning, holding up there though. Starting to get a little bit of a sell-off. That massive buy candle. Overbought on the 1 hour time frame, right? Still has legs in the 4 hour though. So what I do is go to that 15 and I'd flag out the 15. If the 15 can stay in a decent flag, then you can see more upside. That's how I do them. Aptos looks like it could be forming a bit of a consolidation up there. And let's take a look at the total market cap. Oh, Vulcan Forge was on my radar last night. I forgot about it. Dang. Moving averages were tight, moving through the pattern. Vulcan Forge is on my radar. Nice little scalp. That's how you do it. Take 8% out of the market day in and day out, over and over again. Don't have to go for the big ones. I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy, no matter what. Okay, now I want to look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency before we jump on in to the news. Why am I'm doing USDT? That's I'm like, why is it not working? I'm like, I'm so used to doing that. All right, so let's break down the total market cap in areas that we were watching. We had a major big boy resistance here in the symmetrical, right? If we couldn't get above it, I said expect more downside. We blasted through it to the upside. We talked about how 800 billion was a big deal. There's a point of control right there at 807. We're at 813, all right? We did break our way back to the upside. We showed you this bigger falling wedge that we're in. Up, down, up, down. Do we make it back to the top of the wedge? At least looks like we may at $846 billion. 4 hour also beginning to kind of round back up, showing signs that it bounced off a support region. Support and resistance will bend the stochastics. Like stochastics will say they're coming down, but if you hit a nice support and resistance, so then we said to flag this out. And again, we're in the same flag that Bitcoin's in, possibly making a double top. We do have resistance right here because you can see resistance, fell up, came back, resistance, chop, resistance right there. Where is that $817 billion on the whole market cap? Now this fluctuates. Coin market cap, they claim we're at 853 billion. All right. This is 813. So I don't know why they vary. But again, TradingView may not have all the coins that Coinbase has. So we want to see if this flag can break to the upside. The 1 hour is not in our favor. The 4 hour and the 3 hour somewhat oversold with the flip. So it looks to me like we're holding support above 801 billion. That support holds. We're going up to $854 billion. If the 1 hour can reset on the stochastics RSI or do a crazy double top here, but more than likely reset and go sideways, we can get our move to the upside when the stokes get low. So watching the total market cap, somewhat healthy, right? Not amazing. The daily, very overbought. Daily, very overbought. So you need these bigger time frames to get us above this resistance. The 4 hour needs to get us above this resistance. Or, you know, like we got to double top the daily here. So the 4 hours got to, you know, we get this extra move. And we get above this resistance. Otherwise, boom, and we could come all the way back down to 727 billion. And this was a lackluster rally. So I'll keep you privy to this information. We'll check on it every day, even at night before I go to bed. And I'll give you the best probabilities of what's going to happen in the market. And you can go from there with that education. That's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. We want to look at the dollar index, DXY, all right? Because we have to. Now, look. The 1 hour coming down, and what I really like about this is it's a bear flag with a bearish retest. So it's bear flagging and attempting to retest this low area and getting rejected by the 50. 50 just crossed the 200. That's a death cross, right? 50 just crossed the daily here. This is a big deal. 50 crossing right now is a death cross on the daily. You don't want to see that for Bitcoin. You don't want to see that for anything you're in. The daily is still pointing to the downside. This suggests upside for Bitcoin. We can go down to $100 is the measured move. I'm sticking with this. It looks like the 1 hour is about to roll over for us. This is a good sign. We may get one more little move, Bitcoin goes sideways, and then boom, Bitcoin gets that pump back to 17,006 like we're suggesting. So the dollar index is in our favor for more dumpage, and I like what I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour wants to loop back up. Can the 1 hour bend that? Can this eventually turn? And we want to make sure it doesn't get back above and back inside this pattern. 103.64. 103.64. Peel. Banana coin. Meta 8, right? It boomed up for a wick to the upside. Nailed the target. Came back down. Is it ready for more for a double top? Let's take a look. Haven't looked at it since we hit that target previously. Kind of a cup and handle. A little extended. 22 hours says, hey, I'm making higher low, baby. It's kind of a degen cup and handle. You know what I mean? Not my favorite cup and handle. I wouldn't say exactly a cup and handle, but it's, you know, I guess it is. And no, your speakers aren't broken. This beat is just ethereal and goes in and out of those megahertz kind of nuances. This says you're going to make a move here. We traded this a few times. Peel. Meta apes, right? AGIX finally hitting it. 59% gains for AGIX. Shout out to anyone that jumped into this trade. What a beautiful move to the upside. Boom, boom, boom. How's everybody doing? How y'all feeling today? How's everybody feeling? Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Alfred Farah. Shout out to Emery Thomason. Shout out to Scar Sizzle. Shout out to David Brumberly. Shout out to Cyberzone. Shout out to Michael Peace. Shout out to David again. Michael Christian Benitez, BG, JNS, Barefoot Fletch, Vassal Daniv. Shout out to Joseph Webb, Joshua Janowek, Moses Alexander Cruz. Shout out to Jose Jalowiak. That's him again. Laura Marshall. I post everything. Shout out to everybody here. Lakochi Coker. Love learning. And everybody here in the Blue Crew. Appreciate you all for being here. What happened to the Blue Crew today? We got CC Ireland and Love Learning. Unreal. I desire better patience, but I'm learning a lot this year. Hey, I like how you're using the word desire. Smart man. Your language is on point. LRC and an Immutable X. Let's take a look at LRC in the game. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Appreciate each and every one of you. $25.97 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Thank you so very, very much. All right. So let's take a look here. LRC. Right. I mean, you have this clear resistance bar here. Couldn't get above. We wicked to it. And then you have this area of resistance too as well. We're looking at 65 and 52. All right. Then you got this bounce and fell through at the point of control, obviously, 36 cents. You're at the 222. For a while, it was 222s all the time. Haven't seen it in a while. This is a double bottom. It came all the way to where it previously hit before. Very, very low status. I mean, you'd have to believe in this coin and really, really want it. I'm not a fan at the present moment. The 22-hour is overbought, and you didn't get above a previous. See, like, this is how this works. These oscillate up and down, up and down, up and down. Price does the same. When we come back down, we need to make either the same low or a higher low. When you make a lower low and then a lower high, you have to assume that the trend has not been broken. You're in this giant falling wedge. I get it. It's like something's got to give. You look for the bullish divvy. You know what's interesting is you had the bullish divergence here. Yeah, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down, and it gave you the pump. How much was it? I think about 16, 17, right? 19, 22%, 22% gains, right? So, but you're at resistance and you're overbought on the stochastics unless something changes on the bigger time frame, unless Bitcoin can really jettison us on out. You got this flag here forming. Flag suggests you could make a move. 1 hour time frame, got some, but you're indecisive in the middle. I will wait the 22 to reset, in my humble opinion. It's a little high risk for me. It's not sitting in the sweet spot. Let's take a look at Cass on KuCoin. Kasha? What about Casper 2 on Max Global? Shout out to anyone trading Max Global. Love Max Global. I either use KuCoin or Max Global. My two beautiful exchanges. Max Global is the best place to trade. It has so many new coins that you can't get anywhere else, coins that are just getting started, just coming out. Max Global has them. So, it's like the sister to KuCoin. The best gems are on Max Global and KuCoin. If you're not trading those two platforms, you're missing out. There's a lot of people that only trade Bitcoin. They join my trading group and they go, oh my God, I didn't even know that about KuCoin. They're like, one guy said, I only traded Bitcoin until I met you. He goes, now I don't trade Bitcoin at all. I only trade small cap gems, dude. He's like, dude, I changed my whole trading style the second he met me. So he's not the first time. That ain't the first time over here. So this thing took a beat down like we talk about. We were waiting for that. We were watching the reset. Let's take a look. Did we get to the golden Paquito? We basically did. We did. We got to the golden pocket. So now it retraced all the way to the golden pocket. We had a fun running this up. It ran up really quickly. Can it run up again now on the golden pocket is the question. 3-day chart, not enough data. 22-hour needs to come down a little lower before this thing can start the sauce. 4-hour also suggesting a little. 22 and 4 both pushing down a little bit. Moving averages could get tighter. But I'm starting to see some love here. I don't know if it's ready yet, but it's on my radar. On my radar. And Woo Network, wow. People starting to take some profits on the wicks here to the downside. This has legs, though. On FCON, the 22-hour says I can still go. Wow, I got heavily sold off, though, on that 18% gain. So we're seeing sideways Bitcoin for most of the day. I see this rising wedge breaking to the downside on the smaller time frame. You're overbought on the 1 hour. That is a rising wedge. We talked about keeping the flag alive on the 7. And it looks like this was the flag now. See, I do too many things. I got the rising wedge in there. I got the flag in there. But that's how I figure out what's going on. Right? Kind of a symmetrical chubby triangle now forming there on the 7. That could still give us a move here. Okay, we're all good now. BOOKMAP did log in the right possible way. And we're going to take a look at what BOOKMAP shows us with the all encompassing and beautiful BOOKMAP cam. It's like Vanna White, but instead of Vanna White, like everyone Vanna White, like I have BOOKMAP, So look, I need my own Vanna White. You know what I mean? Who like shows the gains or something. I think that would be cool. And everyone says that's sexist now, right? I just thought she was amazing. Like I loved watching that. Anyway, I grew up on that stuff. 17,300. Really? No. Okay, one bar at 17K, 546. A couple bars here. This bar is a little bigger, but this bar is closer to the move. 17,004, 17,005. We may get one more little push up, but we are at a resistance, everybody, and we're going sideways. This is hard to trade. Until Bitcoin can get above 18.4, really not a big long. Before Bitcoin can break down 16.8, really not a big short. So we're kind of in an indecision pattern, indecision period. You're going to get that throughout these bear markets, on and off. The key is to look for the gems and take advantage of what you see happening in the market, right? What happened here? Stop running. No, I'm just not at the beginning of data, right? Yeah. There we go. So look, I mean, as we continue to form buys and sells here, BOOKMAP suggests a major sell wall at 17.5. You have 1,084, but it could at least get us into that zone. Not many people getting liquidated right now, pretty flat on the action. Liquidated a lot of people yesterday, which would lead me to believe that the market's a little flatter now as they got everybody out. And we're going to have to get them back in, right? That's starting to form a flag, though, but it's holding its own pretty nicely after that major pump to the upside. Unbelievable. Cat's another coin we like to play. You know, Aptos is interesting to me. I can't say that I'm not seeing some type of scalp behavior here. You got tight moving averages with a 200 outlying. I mean, that's 20. Look, 22.2. Remember the 222 again. We just said we didn't see it. Now we see it again. Pretty weird. 22.2% gains coming out of Aptos on the radar. That thing could really make a move. Just a quick 7-minute scalp. I do see bearish divvy, though, which would keep me out of the trade. I wouldn't touch it. I'd stay away. You got to have rules. If you don't have rules, then you're going to do whatever you want whenever you want. You got to have rules that you stick to. So Bitcoin in indecision. Most of the market in somewhat indecision. All right. And we already made some gains as we showed you today. All right. That popped since we put them out this morning in the trading group. So our mission is accomplished already for the day. We've already been able to seek out gains. Vendora's had a crazy move. Ser, CPOOL. Funny, that's a shoulder, head, and shoulder. Shrink it down a little bit. I mean, you got something forming there. That could make some gains. See that? It's an inverted head and shoulder. 1 hour showing signs of a flip, too. Touching the 21. 13 per 7. Not amazing. You got some bearish div? Not really, no. Interesting. That looks like it could make some serious. In the lot, remember this thing? It was going up huge when we last made the play for this thing. Doge chain, an oldie but goodie I was playing back a couple months back when Doge was hot. Gave a lot of it back, sweeping. High risk reward on all that. High Penguins also on the radar. Let's take a look at what I saw for High Penguins recently. Did it get stopped out? Did it make bacon on the beach? So the last time I put out High Penguins, it nailed it. See, look, I put out the call here. Thing went up for a major gain of 139%. We nailed it. So let's take a look at High Penguins now. I believe one of the elite also has High Penguins on the radar. Well, it's forming this beautiful upward trend line. I mean, it's seeming to be really nice. Like, people don't want to seem to sell it off. That's showing speculative interest. Tight moving averages. High Penguins for a possible move. All right. I believe the elite has it charted already, but that looks amazing, right? And you really can't go to any other time frame. The daily should be kind of too much. Yeah, you don't got enough, but it is oversold on the daily, pushing up on the 1 hour. If anything pops today, this looks like the most likely to make gains. 77.7, look, the 77s. 77.7, and I keep talking about how the 77s keep pointing out. High Penguins looks like a banger to me for love. So I like One Earth and High Penguins. They look the most likely to move. I am personally in One Earth. I have to disclose that. I put about 1,500, not a huge trade. I'm beginning to use alt trading and get my feet wet, so I can begin to put high, way bigger trades in. But I'm a cautious guy. I don't go all. I make sure things work right before I go hard on them. So High Penguins definitely on the radar. Looks highly likely. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. All right, everyone. I think we've nailed the chat with a bunch of different stuff. Let's jump on in. What do you need? Everybody, what do you need? Tell me what you need. Let's handle your needs. Who's lost in the sauce? Who needs a little tutoring? Who needs a little hands-on help? Let me know how you feel. Immutable X, and then we can, and I want to spend the next 10, 20 minutes just helping people. What do you need? Last call, spaces left for today's course, Life Revision Trading Course, 3 p.m. today. Last call for class. If you jump on it today, $60 if you're in the trading group, $100 if you're not in the trading group. You can spend more time with this Bitcoin tie. You know you like it. You know you want to see this tie again. You know you want this to be the last time you saw this tie today. You want to see this tie again, and then get that education. Jump into the class. I'll wear the tie. I really will. I won't change. I'll be in this on class time. When you join the 99, the Lifer Trading Group for 99, You receive the group that I'm so bad at these. When you join the 99 trading group for $99, you then receive the Lifer Vision trading course for $60. Learn the language of the charts. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Achieve your dreams. AVAX Soul Phantom in BNB. I didn't say send me 5 tickers. Like, ask me a serious question. Ave chart, please. I need to know where you got the Bitcoin tie from. From Amazon. Very easily. Okay. Can you look at JAS? 333 GALA, please, if you have time. Love you, brother. Shout out to Emery Thomason. Super chats are clear. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Sandbox. I would like to know as well. From Amazon. Yeah. Bitcoin tie. Right? Bitcoin ties at Zazzle.com. Bitcoin necktie, cryptocurrency tie. Bitcoin tie at Etsy. All right. There's so many Bitcoin ties, though. Look at them all. So many fun ones. I'm about to only wear Bitcoin ties. There's so many different ones I could wear. I don't see mine. Mine's hot though. I have to admit, the one I have is pretty hot. You don't see it. It's not as prevalent. Well, these are all Bitcoin ties. Can you use this guy? You can make a living off of selling Bitcoin ties on Zazzle. Etsy, also a good place to get things of this nature. Etsy, Bitcoin ties, Bitcoin pillows, Bitcoin cufflinks. I need those. All right. Oh, these ties look high end. I like that. With the cufflinks. Dude, the Bitcoin cufflinks are tight. I'm about to grab those. 34.33. I like that. I got to up my game. I need more ties. I need a tie clip, a Bitcoin tie clip. Look at the Doge. Oh, those are hot. Doge cufflinks. Those are hot. I'm not a huge fan of Doge, but a Doge cufflink, something about that would kind of get me going, right? That's cool. 3D printed. That would be cool to 3D print that. Oh, man. I want to go spend $100 on Etsy right now. I want some Bitcoin pants. I got the matching sweater for these pants. I got the sweater that matches those. Bitcoin hoodies. Etsy is the place to be, man. All right. I'm about to go spend a bunch of money on Etsy. Someone send me a $100 super chat so I can buy a bunch of garbage. No, I'm just joking. Immutable X had a nice bump to the upside. Look at that. Boom. Finally broke this trend and slightly went sideways to the upside. Now it's in a flag. Similar to Bitcoin, but almost even better. I could see this making bacon on the beach. What do you think? You know who knows where I got bacon on the beach from? Anybody? If you can guess, the first person to guess where I got bacon from the beach from, all right, I will, I'll hook you up with some BTC. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Can you guess where I got bacon on the beach from? First answer. I'm waiting right now. I'm watching. Where did Sam, the crypto lifer, start saying bacon on the beach? Where did I get it from? There's a certain... Nope. Kevin O'Leary, no. You were eating Burger King on the beach, no. The Simpsons, he said it right there. Chief Goldblum, he knows The Simpsons so well. A Simpsons episode, yep. Homer Simpson, he goes, just like bacon on the beach. And he gets mad excited. And he's like, it's from The Simpsons. The first person to say it was Chief Goldblum, Nico, open up a Twitter account, please, and DM me, all right, as soon as you can. If you don't have a Twitter account, you can't win. Okay, make that really clear. I want to get more people into Twitter, so that's how I do it, all right? I'm onboarding Twitterians as fast as humanly possible. This looks like it's going to make a move, shoulder, head, and shoulder to the upside, inverted head and shoulder. I don't like how far the moving averages are, but there's a possible scalp coming here. High risk, possible scalp. High risk, possible scalp here. Looks like I'm going to be going back to Florida again in February. It just doesn't stop. Maybe. Why? Why is it maybe? What? Because you said so? That's how you speak to me? Yo, get over here. Get your little tight little butt over here. Why? Why? What do you mean? I love you. I'm going to come get you. I'm gonna come carry her. Get you. I got this one. I only got this one. I'm not gonna show her face, but I got this one. My wife ran away, but I grabbed this one. She was still left. I had something to grab. You know what I mean? Man, remember, you're gonna die one day. You gotta live every single day like it's your last, baby. You gotta love your life. So look, we hit a high BAYC for gains. We hit NOIA for gains already today. AI, baby. On the 10th, this thing hit for gains. 28% out the cup and handy. Boom. Man, what a day it is to be live. GALA. Someone asked about GALA. Let's take a look at GALA. GALA. When I asked about questions, I wanted someone to be like, I'm having a hard time with the RSI on this time frame. Like, I thought we could do some like deep end tutoring. You know what I mean? I was like excited. And then everyone's just asking about tickers. And I'm like, just tickers? You know, I want to answer some serious questions. I mean, GALA's in a continuation flag. I mean, that moving averages are too far apart for me, though. When the moving averages get that far apart, things begin to struggle, right? 4 hour needs to come back down to this area. You start to draw a fib on this. And if it's totally ripping, it'll bounce out the 0.5, maybe the 382, but most likely you're coming down to the golden Paquito. This is the area that you're looking to accumulate. You know, you're beat. I mean, you're so beat. So I know the 1 hour looks great. It's oversold. It's in a flag. This thing could continue. I get it. It's up to you if you want to trade that. I personally don't do that. I think there's something else out there that'll give me a higher probability. But with the hype and with the craziness, and it is touching the 21, this thing could continue up for another 30%. I wouldn't be surprised. However, it's getting extended. It's getting a little up there. But The Rock, it partnered with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg. I mean, that's a big deal. If you don't think that's a big deal, and my man just wants some Bitcoin. He did message me. You're the man, dude. Appreciate you. Hey, nice move, dude. You knew it. You came up with it. So there's a chance this could break out 31%. I'm not saying it can't. If you just look at nothing else but price action, it says it's going to make a move. If you look at your oscillators and indicators, they say you got to be careful in the bigger time frames. However, you are battling a point of control. You stay above that, this thing could continue to move. Then it can consolidate up here when they reset. So there's a chance this does make a move. However, there's emotional FOMO. The smart person's taking profits right now and getting ready for another huge move in something else. You know what I mean? If you're stuck on this, if you're hung up on this, you're getting emotionally attached to it, you're getting brought in a little too deep, in my humble opinion. But again, do whatever makes you happy, right? It is what it is. All right, everyone, that is the show today. I feel like we did an amazing job. Felt like yesterday, really good. Just heard about using ATR to sell better stops and take profit. Any thoughts? Yeah, I mean, we use ATR on the indicator that my buddy Danny created. All right. Now the indicator, we talk about the indicator, right? How the indicator was, how did it all happen? You know, I was online every single day. Danny started watching me. Danny said he didn't really know much about trading, and he had traded, but he was still a beginner with crypto. He'd only been in crypto 2 years. And he started watching me. He eventually learned my system, but then he started looking at the math and the way in which he could develop maybe a way to put all my, because what I'm doing is I'm looking at the 15, the 1 hour, the daily, even sometimes the weekly, 3-day, and I'm looking at multiple time frames to combine my consensus. It's really hard for beginners to do that because it took me years of watching all these different time frames and compiling them. So what Danny said is, what if we can give them all the time frames at once? That'd be pretty cool. Or not all of them at once, but as many as we can. So he began the task of overlapping time frames into one kind of visionary picture. And that began his quest of obsessively coding day in and day out, day in and out, right? Like consistently over and over again, until we eventually came up with something that, and eventually I looked at it and I was like, like I liked it, but we had to tweak it, yeah, and I still, the funny thing about the indicator is it works for people, but I see what the indicator shows you, but I see it on my own, right? So I can use the indicator and I don't use the indicator. It's weird, right? But the indicator is really not for me, it's for you. So if that makes any, does that make any sense to everybody? Because I'm trying to find the best way to market it, and it's like, it's basically my mind put into the charts with some added other ideas too, you know, that could help you in the long run, like the AGIX and stuff like that. Let's take a look at the indicator. Let's look at the USDT chart on KuCoin, right? And we'll Google everything. We'll delete everything. I just want to see what the indicator is giving us on, let's say, the daily chart. All right. You can see the ADRs there, giving you, there's your stop loss there. Profit will take profit. This is like a 200 SMA in a way. So look, the indicator called the bottom right there when we hit 5 multiple time frames overbought, oversold, which is something you can figure out on your own, right? But the indicator did it for you, right? Also gave you a possible stop loss if you got in here, this line, which is interesting, right? And it does pretty good. Look, that one never got hit. This one didn't get hit. So you entered any of these trades with the stop loss down here, would have made it out alive, okay? Had a rocket right there that broke out. What I don't understand about the indicator is why the rocket isn't here. How come the best buys aren't the rocket? See, there's certain things that I still don't understand that I would like. Like that should be the rocket, right? Why is that the rocket? That's what confuses me a little bit. Showing signs of overbought, right? Cool thing is that you can do here is you can add multiple time frames, right? And it adds also a VBOP, like it's giving you a money flow indicator too in the background. To me, for my ADH brain, it's like almost a little too much. You know, like I like one indicator, another indicator, and another indicator. So I'm still working on how to show this, in my mind, even the best. But I mean, I guess it works. You can add what you want. You can separate what you want, you know. One thing that it tells me is when these lines get thick, it tells me you should be selling. So it's telling me to sell technically, and it's a really good indicator. Look, watch this. These bands change as you go. As they get really, really dark, dump. Really dark, dump. When they get light, it's time to get in. When they're almost zero, like right there, it's time to get in. They're getting dark. Telling me, and we have 5 right there. It's telling us right now to open up a short. Telling us to short the market. It's got a 5 diamond, right? Multiple time frames are kind of in the oversold regions, right? Then you look at this, the weekly, you know, the 3-day and the 1-day are both giving you downward signs. And look, the 4-hour just switched to a downward sign. All 3 of these are down. You want these all 3 to be up, right? So you're seeing multiple time frame RSI and SRSI at the same time. This is showing to short the market. Again, you would be using the indicator. I wouldn't be. You know, I might use it sometimes, but it would depend. You know what I mean? It would be like, for instance, I'm also set in my ways, and I've been doing the same thing for 10 years. So it might take me some time to blend in the indicator to what I do. But like for me, this just feels so much more comfortable. And I understand. I'm getting more data out of this because I've seen this for 10 years. So I'm getting all these little subconscious nuances about all this little stuff that someone just sees flat. Now, I haven't looked at that indicator for 10 years, so it's never going to give me what I see with something that I've seen for 10 years. And that's the thing with learning indicators too. As you add indicators, you kind of want to just like, you got to add them little by little. For me personally, I don't know how your trading style works, but it's not something I can just jump into. I have to try like 1 or 2 trades and then go back and try 1 or 2 trades, you know. Yeah. Blue Punk Rocker, thank you, Sam. Was waiting on the GALA call. Thanks for the daily education and the motivation in both the charts and in life. You the man, G. Blue Crew, shout out to you, man. Thank you for saying that, Blue Punk Rocker. You're the man, dude. Shout out to Crypto Life Changer, CNC Ireland, Lakochi Coker, Love Learning, and everybody here on the live. Great show today. 1 hour bit double top. Yeah, that's what we said like 5 times. Yeah. It's candle close specific, so the daily gives you less clear information. Look for rockets below the hourly. Late, but still streaming every day and watching every episode. My man. Shout out to the lifers. Going to eat bacon in 2025. I only eat beef bacon, which you can get at all the halal places, you know. I mean, it's telling you to short the market. That's what it's telling you. It's telling you to short the market on multiple time frames. And again, like, if you just take away your emotions, the dailies beat to the ground, right? See, that's why what I'm trying to teach you in my trading group is something that no indicator will teach you. That's why we're going to give you an indicator, but at the end of the day, like, you won't ever need an indicator. You'll be able to do this all on your own, you know? Whether you use the indicator or not, the indicator will be like, you can drive standard, but you like to drive automatic sometimes. That's kind of what the indicator is going to do. It's going to help you kind of soar through having to search multiple time frames at once. And you just be like, all right. But again, I mean, could this flag break to the upside? As this goes sideways, none of this matters. And that's why you flag it out. Thoughts on SDAO? I know nothing about it, man. I don't know anything about it. It would take me a whole time. I don't know what it is. Singularity DAO. I mean, after last minute, I was like, okay. I mean, I like singularity.net, right? They're up today. You probably can get it on KuCoin, right? Can you? Yep. SDAO USDT. Let's take a look at this. Like everything else, but it formed a little flag here on the 7. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there, though, right? Had a big bump to the upside, back to resistance. See, everything's getting overbought back at resistance. It almost has to come down and give it a bounce. Moving averages aren't tight enough yet. I think this thing has a ways to consolidate before it really, even if it bumps up huge, comes down, pumps up, you know, and it makes a long bowl. I'd have to research this. I don't know. It doesn't really tickle my fancy. Watch many of the YouTubers with fancy indicators, but your style has turned things around for me over the last year. Internet money. And that's why I'm going to keep doing what I do every single day. You know? So even if we have an indicator, at the end of the day, I'm going to teach a beginner how to trade my way. You know what I mean? Regardless, you know, and then if you want to add the beginner indicator, it's like almost once you've been around me for a year, you can add an indicator. But like, that's why I kind of like, I'm in between, because it's like, I want you to understand these concepts. I don't want you grabbing an indicator. Like, to me personally, as a trainer and a teacher, I want you understanding these concepts first. So that's why the indicator worries me, that it would like, what do you guys think? You tell me. Like, I'm going to ask the lifers, man. I really need to ask the lifers what they think. Would the indicator throw you off? Or would it make sense to you? Or would you rather just watch my trading style the way it is? You know what I mean? Let the people speak. The indicator could be used as a confluence with your ideas and strategies to see if it called it with the highest probability. Price indicators can give false readings sometimes. Nikola Tesla said, we must think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. All the time, my man. To each their own, but fancy indicators just take you out of the game. You become too dependent on them. It's why you'll be the best in the crypto world, because of all that I saw on YouTube. Come only with the opinions, but not with the TA. Thank you. Can't replace you, brother. The indicator would be used after you become a lifer and had the lifer vision course. I like your trading style. Price action is king. The indicators can throw you off. Give me a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Sean. I agree with Sham. I only watch RSI, empty screen, better. One thing I definitely feel is it would be best to adapt it in a slow bear market, even with paper trading, so we're custom once the bull comes. Agreed. Indicator is confusing to me. I love to keep it simple. Your TA works. Interesting. I would use the lifer method in the indicator to find confluence. Okay. As a lifer, I would always stick to the basic principles to stay sharp. Would love to play with it because it might spot something I miss. Could be interesting. Ooh, I like that. That's awesome. I love these. This feedback is great. I really need it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Teach a man to fish and he's gone for the weekend. I love that. That was awesome. I mean, that's a double top and you're overbought on the 1 hour. I would short the market hands down. Like, it is what it is. Principles. You got principles to deal with. You know what I mean? Indicator says to short the market. I'm leaning probable to short the market, right? The indicator strength is in the oscillator's moving averages being high-powered than standard trading view. The thing is a weapon when deployed correctly. You need to sit with me. Yo, we need to have a Zoom together, me and you. You're the only one that's going to really fully explain. You know what I mean? Because me and you see so eye to eye, bro. Like, I really need you in this process. I gotta sit down with you today or tomorrow. If you have time, let me know. I wouldn't know how to trade if I just used the indicator. You've taught me everything I need to know. SDAO, an AI-powered decentralized non-custodial vault managing a portfolio of layer 1 protocol tokens. It's pretty awesome. I don't need an indicator. I only use the paid indicator I have to build confluence with what I've already determined with MA, supporter resistance, VWAP, RSI, MACD, and trend lines. Sam, you and your teaching is the only indicator I need. I'm really interested in AI projects. Of course, I mean, they're going to boom. Someone asked about CTC credit coin. We traded it a couple weeks ago. It was on the radar. Was in a nice little flag. Came all the way back down here. Interesting, the pattern that it's in, though. Right? Getting tighter and tighter in the channel. $69 gains. Slight cup and handle feel too. Not slight. I mean, it is a cup and handle. 22 hour looks pretty good. This is interesting now. Now you got me thinking. Fib at the 618 Fibonacci level. Nice retracement. 69% gains. What I want someone to do is I want someone to take like 2-3 grand with that indicator and show me that it makes $10,000. Just prove to me in 2 months you can 5x to $2 grand. Show me exactly how you did it, how you used it, and that would get me freaking. I'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? I want to see people use it and make gains. Mr. Smurfington said he made gains. Some people say they make. I want to see it do what we do here on the channel, like bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? 69.65% gains. Bouncing off that, I mean, this looks like it could make a move. Thank you so much for that. At the last second, we still get a last winner. Thank you for that. That one looks good. And it's token metrics. 22 hour is bullish. Okay. 22 hour is bullish. 4 hour has moved to the upside. 1 hour could kind of probably go sideways before a better idea. Has lack of liquidity because they have really small candles. The order book is tight. Very, very tight. All right. It's funny, Lifer Friend keeps saying, hey, I said Simpsons first, but like we can clearly see on my end you didn't. But on his end he did. This is really weird. Look, right here. Maybe he did. Hold on. I'm always open-minded that I'm wrong, so let's double check. Let's look at his picture. His picture, I can't even see that with my eyesight. I can't. When I Googled here, I looked in, I do see Lifer Friend said Simpsons underneath Love Learning 2 times and David Brumbley. So there's Love Learning 2 times. And Lifer Friend said Simpsons right here. But look, the first person to come in for me was here. And Lifer Friend said it right there. So somehow, his version of the chat is different than mine. I mean, this is really weird. But you can clearly see that the first person here, since I asked the question, you can clearly see, look, because here I didn't ask the question yet. You can clearly see the first person was right here. So I don't know. I don't know. Pretty weird, right? I mean, I got to go what I see, right? I mean, I can't do anything different. So it is what it is, man. YouTube chat has a delay. It's from them. In your chat, it appears when you send the button. In his chat, it appears when he received the post. Unreal. Give him an inch. They take a mile. That's so funny, man. Hey, don't worry, man. You'll win one day. We'll get you going. Everybody, I'm out of here for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Let's have a big more sip of that lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. Let's stay focused. Blue Crew, baby. The Blue Crew. What's crazy, these didn't come together. But that color is like they're spot on. And these didn't come together. I don't even know how that happened. You know? Unbelievable. Right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go fold laundry with my wife because that's what I got to do. All right? I'm just saying, you know, that's what I will be doing for the next 10 to 20 minutes. I love you all. Have a great day. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be safe. Have a great time. Crypto is life, baby. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the show. My gratitude is my attitude. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.